I have teenagers and I have teenage girls, and we like to discuss things, and oftentimes it gets a little heated, and we start doing something my husband calls engaging. And instead of coming alongside of me and kind of quelling the arguments, he'll just look at me and say, "Susan, you're engaging." And that makes me feel disrespected because, of course, he does it in front of my girls and they feel like they got the upper hand.
The one thing that I could think of was there are times when she'll go out and run an errand to the drugstore, the grocery store, or the mall, and just kind of disappear for a few hours and maybe not answer the cell phone, and I get a little worried and get concerned, and then she'll come in and I'll be like, "Where were you?" She, "Oh, I just got caught up shopping for this or looking for that, or I ran into so-and-so," and it's all good stuff. But a little disrespectful. I want to know where she's at, and I'm worried about her, and I'm just your mind starts thinking the worst. But and the bottom line is I enjoy being with her, so I miss her too.
I wish my husband wouldn't tell me that a meal is delicious when it really isn't good, because if he doesn't tell me the truth, I'm probably going to cook it again.
I'll give you an example. Last night, in front of television, as my son was somewhat joking around, threw his dirty socks at Dad. And I said, "Hey, Brandon, come on now. I've worked hard all day." And my wife laughed at this behavior. And so she wasn't really there backing me up to say, "No, Brandon, you shouldn't do that. It's disrespectful," or whatever. And I'm afraid that it might be encouraging, because kids love it. And laughter is good medicine. It's not something that was a really big deal. But, I love it when my wife supports me and kind of says, "Yeah, Brandon, don't do that."
One of the things that I think is really disrespectful for a wife to do to a husband is, in public, openly criticize what he's doing. For example, I was at a flea market and a man was trying on a t-shirt that he thought looked great, but when he went to change it, part of his stomach came out, and his wife had a cow and yelled at him right there in public. I think that's very disrespectful for a wife to do to a husband.
Something my husband does that I find disrespectful is when he doesn't give me his full attention when we're having a discussion, a serious discussion.